coming from 2 different directions here in a second.
Slower stream a little, or up your mic?
This
Oh, up my mic a little bit.
Seems like a
there we go.
Almost like a bail. Sick wants to put down a little bit of a hot hands to delay time, but that recon bolt coupled up with the nebula is gonna give at least version 1 back a free frag, and just like that, the plant goes in very fast.
Does Tyson have a BBC? Yes, he has a big black computer. It's insane. It's super big.
As well for this post plan, and 3 players approaching through heaven. Blast back to Dapper's face. He's down to 12 HP. This is a whole lot of damage from the V1 early.
There's a body shot would do it, but now in comes the rest of Sentinels.
Come on, Tyson.
Still have a kill back. TENZ. Still just trying to find that spike, really. Vanity now the last person remaining in a 1v3 after Penny goes down in a heap. That frenzy spraying your way, and the defuse still going in. Zombs is trying to act as a little bit of a meat shield, but Vanity is still fragging out. Takes down Shahzam. He can delay now, so
no!
Vanity! An explosive start from V1.
If you're the underdogs and you want to kick this map off with a
that was
bang,
pretty nice.
just done it. A quick 1v3 coming out from Vanity, the new IGL for version 1. Stepping up massively to get them that first round on the board. And Sentinels, that retake was looking so good. Those double smokes in the front of Jenny to try and isolate those spikes. But then Vanity here, I mean, it's just the power of the frenzy. 13 bullets left, 20 HP on Zombs, who has a ghost. You had such a huge advantage with that fire rate. In version 1, they net themselves the first here.
Nice try.
All right, like I said before, Sentinels, the faster rotations could be able to overwhelm that util, and indeed it did. Sentinels had full real estate of the site before you could even blink. But of course, when you have a guy like Vanity in the back, you end up getting those frags.
They lit him up.
Same thing. He has that trusty sheriff right around the corner, but again, those SMGs, they don't want to go up in the close-up situation. Sick! Ends up taking down Zelsis with hot hands.
And thank you, Lancelot Music, for the 5 gifted subs. Thank you so much.
Sentinels, they have a man advantage.
Oh my god, you're from Tyson's chat.
Centric team like
I remember
version
you.
1 they did in the pistol, they do it here again. Is you have the
How's everything
possibility
going?
of just facing those sheriffs and a couple of dinks, TENZ, finding himself 1. Loads of damage here, and Vanity will be able to recover another kill. Still though, Effie's on 5 HP. This round isn't out of question. Shahzam though alone might not want to get into such an isolated fight as.
How are you on 100 Thieves? You suck. I'm a content creator. I'm not a player. I don't know.
Decent pressure
Ask
from
Nate shot.
Shahzam. Same thing from dapr, just showing face early on. Let's see if they can get a couple
You're
of
just
bullets
sad.
there, but again, Shahzam and Effie's. Both Sova's incredibly low. Effie's has no more util. Same thing with Shahzam, though. It's just going to have to come down to the dry battles. Shahzam with a big one onto Effie's, though. Whippy in such a gray area. Goes out at such an off time, but even then, Vanity. And the back of A main, able to get 3 kills for him on the round, and Whippy cleans up the last. So, okay, version 1, they clean it up. They're fine. They get themselves a second. But what is affected now, Sully, is the economy.
Yeah, we're seeing very early impacts of the Astra. I mean, that grab well to isolate, to kind of pull the main.
I'm a content creator. I'm here to try my best to entertain and make your guys' day even slightly better. If I'm doing that, then that's my goal.
That alarm bot.
I accomplished it.
You find yourself in a 1v2 with 2 players. You don't have to worry about your backside.
I'm not here to get sick clips like Tyson.
Nice, easy second round, but like you said, we're getting to a state where the economy really comes into effect. I mean, version 1 are definitely feeling
Astra
that.
Sucky is so strong. I agree.
A bonus, however, Penny is going to be good to find an opening towards Catwalk, and Shahzam is going to try and counter this pressure, but he's forced away by a curve.
Gonna bounce in. It's super shock.
Thank you guys. You guys are very sweet.
B1. Fighting up for that ult sword. We finally have our full
Kyedae is daddy as fuck.
Theory. Could come out big
I've never been called daddy, but I'll be your daddy. Sure. I don't know. What is that?
Peel away. Put a little bit of pressure towards the B side. They know that they've pulled a couple of rotations, so they'll work their way back up towards mid. There is a tripwire here.
The thing is that I am not bothered by it, because
not going to be baited out.
Highly doubt you'd say that to my face.
However, you still have Vanity kind of on the far
and if you did,
the
then I'd respect you as a person.
Try to explode off of this Hunter's
the fact that you hide behind a screen and say shit like that is really sad.
However, Zelsis pushes up.
Oh my. Nice pick, Zelsis.
Very ballsy from Zelsis, but it's so needed.
And thank you, Curry, for the sub, and thank you, Asuna, for the sub as well.
Is their target. Zelsis goes up big for another. Dapr has to line him up, but it's a little bit of an off timing as he's easily traded out. So now Zombs, 1v4.
Come on, Zombs.
Well, he has 1 star available to him.
And thank you, Ice, for the sub. I think eternity for this
Like
stuff as
back
well.
safe. Most of the players.
Kyedae, we hear you twice.
from
Oh shit,
version
really?
1. They want to make sure, of course, B-side can get locked down, but this kind of rotation back into courtyard might be the issue. Zombs can stay in a pretty good spot. He can aim for exits.
One here, possibly a second. Whippy nearly lined up, and the biggest was far away. So, and these two players were exceptionally low. So, if Zombs was able to get both the kills, Vanity would have been in no position to try and support.
I'm glad you guys aren't trolling me.
Because of his positioning being so far on the other side of the map. 3-0 start for version 1. Forcing Sentinels back to pistols. And V1, one thing I've noticed when watching their VODs is that they're a team that just love to like put pressure, then cut noise, work their way back through mid, kind of throw off and the opposing team. And Sentinels,
Vanity is popping off. Look at him, he's 6-0 right now.
With rotations.
Good for him.
That could be something that maybe harms him a little bit. If V1 continue this act of cutting noise, pulling back through towards mid.
I'm thinking of getting a VALORANT skin. What should I get?
Utility from Penny.
Let chat choose for you.
To clear out close corners and kind of sell.
Can't hear you, LOL. You guys think I'm stupid, but I have my mic information there.
Potentially do so. We haven't seen anything too crazy in terms of fast rotations. Or any need for a fake play or anything like that. Version 1. They're doing a pretty decent job of just getting these entry frags out in a way, but still more spread around this time, Sully. But Sentinels, they are anticipating this a little bit more. Lots of pressure over towards Cat, and TENZ just keeping an eye on mid.
To be honest, I wasn't paying attention.
For the flank. Anyone wants to push through B main, and this is kind of that mid-centricity from version 1. And they're very reliant here on both Zellsis and Penny to be able to cut rotations off, create a little bit of space as they look to work their way back in towards B main. Recon Bolt will give them the security that nobody is here. However, it is both TENZ and shahzam. And a third rotating in from Sick. But with 40 seconds left, I mean, these two players in mid are really biding their time. And version 1, if you want to burst onto this site, you need to make a move here. And Penny and Zellsis will almost offer no support unless they break this door down quickly. And Vanity, setting up the Gravel and smokes, will allow his teammates to walk their way in.
Plethora of stars.
And thank you for the castle for the
Intergalactic
500
warfare
bits.
already on the B site, but still just about 20 seconds left.
Get out of here.
Now there's 3 players on site. This could be big for Sick. Vanity's still getting a kill in mid, and they got a dash on. There's not too many opportunities to check corners.
Woo!
Shahzam and TENZ.
Oh, Ty! That was so...
Shahzam right as he goes for the reload. They won it!
Yes!
Punches in the round for Sentinels, and TENZ, you absolute thief, stealing away.
Amazing! Look at that.
Heroics at
he
the
made
last
so much
hurrah.
time.
Sentinels. That 3-man rotation, that's the dangers of playing so late into a round.
Thank you, Straight Cord,
you have the opportunity to lose the round entirely because of time. You're not watching the clock.
We love that.
Oh my god.
And geez, TENZ, he saved his dash. I think just for that moment, his positioning was perfect. His timing was flawless. Smoke down. Oh my goodness. Version 1. The round was literally stolen beneath their noses. That should not have been a round that V1 win or lose in any capacity. Sentinel escaped through, and look at what it's gotten them. They've won an eco, and now TENZ has got an operator.
Sully, people were saying that TENZ might be a little bit too over-aggressive on post plants whenever it comes to like a retake or something like that. Like,
that's
I
just
get
Tyson.
It, right? You want
he actually gets
safe, but
super
I mean, I never ever want to doubt his decision making ever. That was just too clean. But again,
he gets bored of waiting.
Rifles around the server, Sully.
It's kind of what he tells me.
To stomp their way onto the A site with
and so he just goes for it.
Area.
I think it's funny.
We still have Zellsis sitting up in garden, but gotta go down off the run it back.
Horny.
All the way back. Sentinels have a full rotation.
Yeah, now that they've lost guard, and you can see Whippy.
I don't know if he's horny, but okay.
Protection and TENZ.
Oh my goodness, and thank you Lancelot music for the 5 gifted sub. Thank you so much.
And a
I
quick
appreciate
spam
it.
through the under rafters finds them 2 kills. It's a 3v5.
And he's just hugging the wall, waiting out for a couple of drops. TENZ gonna use up his second updraft.
3v5.
Just like that, they're done. Sentinels. Such a hot start to things. In terms of that last round, it could have potentially carried that momentum over, but version 1. But it completely on ice. Nobody going down the round. It's flawless.
Yeah, we're seeing that combination of Zellsis and Penny. However, with Penny not playing the jet, you substitute that dash with the double blast pack, and you combo both of those ults almost flawlessly. Zellsis taking space over towards Garden, while Penny in the meantime is going to use that showstopper to gain space over towards Heaven. Force those players, force the operator peek away from TENZ, who wasn't able to get the shot off.
Oh my god, he almost died.
Conceding the full site and with all of that manpower and with the knowledge of where the majority of these players are going to be, and with those double nanostorms in front of gates, there was literally no access to the site for Sentinels. So
this is kind of rough, not gonna lie.
The only one with a rifle, a hero rifle, and the rest of Sentinels will have pistols. Hopefully
No,
version
I think we're
1
good.
won't make the same mistake as last time. But
we're good, guys.
Vanity playing super well with this.
You guys want the volume up a little bit more?
To open up quickly. I mean, the dude is 8-0. That's just a testament.
This is literally the highest it goes. Right.
It's been a rough patch here for Sentinels.
There you go.
Hopefully things can change early, but this one should be no different.
It's a complete lack of util for Sentinels too. The only thing they got is essentially just Astra
Do they need
stuff.
to win this to get to Iceland? So it's double Elam. So even if they do
back.
lose this, they still have another chance anyways.
Gets flashed out.
It's not a big
just
deal.
Like that. Version
I
1
think you Goaty
quickly have full control of the east
flow
site
for the sub.
to clear up market and site. So Vanity going to be playing that back pillar again.
I think you ASP for the sub as well.
Pivot more like still that cage up.
Sentinels gets one kill and Kyedae goes wild.
Sentinels
Of course.
inching on right now, Sully.
Yeah, and I don't know if they expect Vanity to be, or would have expected him to be the
I
candidate.
think you Derek for the 100 bits.
Perfect swing from Vanity! There you go, keeping his perfect streak alive. 11 kills, 0 deaths in a fifth round.
Sheesh, what the? Nice that was nice.
No mistakes made.
No.
They lost the one eco round, but Sentinels, like
they're
I
playing
said,
well.
it was just an eco round, but because dapr
Vanity is 11-0 right now. He's feeling it.
Credits. He only got 1,000 from the round that they lost, and he stayed alive.
Right.
And so his buy is a little bit weak. He's only gonna have one tripwire in light shield as well, so not the best situation to be putting up your Sentinels at the moment.
I think you bolt for the sub and
no, not at all.
100 bits.
Dapr
They're fine. They're just warming
just
up
wanted to farm
to
up
how
a couple of
V1
frags. And again,
plays.
it just the amount of players back over towards courtyard and B.
Ooh,
It could have been able to get a couple of exits.
I like this.
Keyword being could have. Look at this.
Yeah.
Sully.
Sick isn't even on a run it back. This is crazy. He's got one curveball.
Oh, okay.
He might just go for a little bit more here. He's getting a little.
Oh, no, Sick.
Nice
no,
try.
Zelsis flushes
Wow.
out with the hot hands. Dude, Sick was just running out there. He had no run it back, one curveball. That is risky from him.
Risky to say the least. Well, that risk didn't exactly work out in his favor. Still, Sentinels being very slow off this pivot.
Tyson,
Covering
oh my
all the choke points right now.
god.
And again,
I
I
knew
keep
that was gonna
mentioning
happen.
the effect of the exits.
Nice try.
But the economy of V1 is so good right now. They more or less just want to fight their way on site, see what they can bite back, and look at that gravity well yanking him back. And there's so much util on site. There's still 2 of those nanoswarms alongside a star. Shahzam just going right into B main, seeing what he can frag. And Zelsis does take him back. Dapr has to save 6-1.
Wow, this is interesting from Sentinels. I'm more interested in the fact that Sick decided I don't need to run it back. I'm good. I don't have to use it at all. That was just a play that I did not expect. I thought, okay, I see Sick kind of running across the map.
Yeah, I did
I'm like,
sailing.
he's 100%
I did
on a
basketball
run
and
it back.
soccer.
And then I'm like, well, there's a cosmic divide. If he's not on a run it back, it's got to be Zom's cosmic divide. But the positioning didn't make sense, and it's Vanity's. So Sick with a huge risk, kind of very risk high reward play. Doesn't pay off, and version 1 peeling away. 5 rounds in the lead. Vanity is now a massive.
Yeah, it's okay, guys.
Sentinels, it's another situation where dapr is going to be the only one with a rifle. And normally you see hero rifles soloing a site. Instead, he's going to be with the pack. 4 players on B.
This is really rough.
All 5 here from V1, and the pressure. There's that run it back. They need to be quick, and it's up
Ooh,
to Zombs to
nice.
try and hold them off.
Okay, good grab well to at least delay time. Zelsis swinging around the corner. Still a kill back from Zom. Still has that frenzy out. That flash could have been absolutely huge. Still peeks out.
Nice.
Very minimally. Sick and Zom still getting frags. How is this happening? Version 1 kind of waltzing their way out of that nebula. They walk into a little bit of a meat grinder. Great rotation coming in from Sentinels.
That was nice.
But now version 1 completely taken away. They still get a frag back in their favor. But they have to regroup with just about a minute left.
Dude, Zombs did a phenomenal job. You mentioned the gravel, but not even just that, to shut down the run it back. It was a very scary sight, and Sentinels were very quick on that rotation. You can see a cam on the B site, which was kind of the tell that nobody was pressuring in towards B main. So V1, they walk right into the trap. Sentinels, again, like I mentioned earlier, they're very reactive, very proactive with these rotations, and they were very quick to get here. And V1, we see them once more cutting noise, trying to fake maybe a rotation, but it's not working. At a certain point, Dapper's already made his way down mid. He's understanding that nobody is coming back for a rotation. players. They creep their way onto site, spike down on the side of generator, and shahzam has got a recon both to at least get a bit of information, but they all lose their life. It's up to dapr now.
Dapr. Throws that hero rifle. Cage lands a little bit early, and Vanity goes down in a heap. Dapr now in a one-on-one, playing cat and mouse with Zelsis, and Zelsis swings and finally punches out the round. Oh, Dapr. I mean, we were mentioning, right, that rifle in his hands, not exactly looking all too hot. Finally gets one back. Still the 1v1. Damage has been done. It's 7-1.
One thing I want to point out is,
I think he loves
I mentioned Vanity earlier, but we didn't get to talk about him too much. He's another player that can
thank you so much.
Pop
It's
off
4:30
at any
a.m.
given
for you?
moment. It's
Go
kind
to
of
bed.
this trio of Vanity, Zelsis, and Penny all being able to frag out and pull their own weight and help support their team. And dude, Vanity is doing it in loads right now, and he's been a great support player on the Astra. So everything is going well. That was, I think, the win component for V1 is that your 3-star players, Vanity, Zelsis, and Penny, more particularly the latter two, need to pop off. And while Vanity, he's taking all the limelight from them. Sentinels, much more aggressive approach towards B main, nets them a little bit of information, but V1 so patient, so calm, not making a move. The Aludron will retake this area, but 3 players here, both TENZ and Sick, ready to help out and support. Oh, and the lockdown.
Yeah, it's tough here. Good curveball. So the lockdown going in right on.
That's so rough.
Clear out sight. They're not even trying to fight this. They collect on some of these rotations, but they're not even going out.
Yeah, they're going towards the A side. I mean, Vanity's just waltzing his way there. Normally you expect the Astra to be with the brunt of the team, but now it's just Zombs, and Zombs has got no need to peek here because he's conceded this entire site. 5v5, the spike goes down, and 3 players rotating through A main.
Our glass is worth the aesthetic. These are prescriptions.
Yeah, it's just a little bit too tough, but it works out in their favor.
And thank you,
Everyone's
Pineapple
still
Ghost for the
alive,
sub, and thank
sitting
you,
up on the A side. Cosmic Divide right in the middle. When they try to execute right as it goes, they're still one in hell, and they still decide to peek. Vanity holding it down, taking 2, traded back. Now it's just 2 players remaining now for version 1. Effie's with a couple of lineups, still has 2 shock darts to work with. Whippy,
They've got so much
bot still, alongside that nano swarm, they're gonna be able to wait out on those shock darts too. Kill from Whippy, still one in the middle of the smoke. It's Dapr inching out, and Whippy just has to cross. Shahzam has to go nuts, has to cut off the crossfire, spraying in, trying to get the right click, but version 1, they play that post plant to a T.
That is a massive outplay from version 1 to use that lockdown and just have Vanity lurking all the way on
if
that
he loses,
B-bomb
they
site,
still in lower bracket.
the
Yeah,
A-bomb
so
site.
it's fine. It's a double
V1,
elim.
that is huge.
But you'd still want to win this.
I mean, they haven't really pulled off a fake like that at all this game, and we're 9 rounds in.
Thank you, XLR Wii, for the 100
moment.
bits.
They
I
pulled
appreciate it.
everyone from Sentinels to that B site with that lockdown. I mean, they saw just how heavy the fight was from Sentinels. They saw 2 to 3 players trying to take down that
pressure,
lockdown.
though. No, exactly.
Okay,
and that's why I think it's better.
Sentinels are here. Let's just book it to A, and Vanity was already in spades. He had so much ground. And Sentinels, it's a suffering battle. They're back to another eco. V1 are demolishing Sentinels.
They have a really good post plant.
Which is such a weird phrase to say on a sense.
They're playing well. No wonder why they got here.
Yeah. Yeah, when you put it in perspective like that, that's very weird to say out loud. Well, the game's not over yet. That's all I'm feeling right now, but Sentinels have put themselves in quite the pit right now, Sully, as, version 1, taking things a little bit slower. Sentinels, nothing too crazy reactionary in terms of positioning.
Oh, why did they take it off of his POV?
This is
sick. That was not that good.
Shahzam using that a hunter here to try and help Sick out, but Sick went down. He was already being shot. So no harm, no foul, Dapr.
That POV was not
even
good.
sure if he can safely cross over. Now Penny's taking that line of sight. Shahzam here to try and help again. Version 1, despite the kills they've gotten, are not anti to work their way or rush their way into the A site. They are very calm here. They rotate back towards the B side where they know it's guaranteed to be safe. Spike will surely go down for Effies, which will charge up its in the next round. And it's Sentinels once more. The suffering battle right now is this should be a 9th here for V1, given the HP and the weaponry of Sentinels at the moment.
Yeah, no, it's all too tough. They saw 2 players over towards mid, watching up that cross. Whippy immediately slapping down Zombs. Yet another clean one from version 1. How many times are we gonna say that?
Wow.
Oh, Sentinels, Sully. Currently down 9-1. You have version 1 who used to ban this map.
Exactly. Yes. That's what I was thinking. When we got this map pool, I predict I was like, okay, we're gonna see Icebox, We're gonna see Split. We're gonna see Haven.
This is
V1
rough, but
typically
it is
used to ban
okay,
Ascent,
guys. We are bringing
whenever
this
Whip was brought to
back.
the
Don't
table,
be so
whatever Vandy decided
down.
to change, I assume as he is the new
Shit
IGL,
happens. It's only one
it's
half.
worked out, man. Sentinels are, I feel like, are a little
It's
lost
okay.
for words, and maybe our thoughts don't speak while statistics might. V1,
Right.
statistically, this
Come
is their
on now,
worst side
chat.
of 47%.
You guys are
win
better
rate
than
on attack
this.
and a 68% win rate on the defense for Ascent. So things are not looking good for Sentinels, and things need to change quickly. Penny looking for something off that showstopper, but they're slowed down by the shock darts. Cosmic Divide through, and Penny threading the needle through the Cosmic Divide. A shot in the dark net's a kill.
Jesus.
All right, dapr chilling in the corner. Oh, he's gonna get pinched out. They could watch this rotation back, but dapr
Ooh,
fighting his way
Tyson
out.
died too.
So getting
That
a kill,
was
but
such an expensive buy,
still taking back
guys.
a couple. TENZ again very fast on that rotation. Back over towards their spawn. Goes down in a heap.
Ooh.
Still have zombs and shahzam. Shahzam still playing pivot. He wants to pay attention to the mid side, but zombs is completely backed out. They're trying to read this situation out.
VERSION1, 3 kills on B, yet they still don't commit.
Come on, the timing
And look,
could be
Sentinels
so
are like, dude,
off.
what's going on? Vandy's just still lurking here towards mid. Shahzam could
Come
have
on,
gotten his
Shazam. Please, please,
back
please.
drawn by the bullets of Vanity, but wow, 40
They're
seconds.
still
They're
chilling.
just chilling, man. They are sitting. Pop the squad. You've got time, man. 2 players in a 2v4 in V1 with 3 kills on B side. Keep that in mind. They don't move.
Play smart.
Zombs might get a little bit impatient. Same thing with Shahzam sitting up on the mid side.
Oh my god.
One in mid. Vanity launching out a little bit of util. Shahzam in a good off angle, but it's gonna be only him on his lonesome.
Chrysler
a
for the
1v2.
$2. Hey, Kyedae, left for the
Shahzam does not
UK.
have
I
his
thought I
ulti,
would
barely
give 5
has any
cents to
util,
stream
only
too.
has a recon bolt to
No,
work
it's
with
all
both
good.
players sitting in the back of sight.
Yeah. Oh. And thank you, Nobusy,
A
for
little
the
bit
sub.
longer of a process for Shahzam to even
thank
get
you,
on.
Mr.
Still a bit of
General, for the
util
sub.
for him to kind of wait out. I do like this plant position.
Oh my
right
god,
in
Karis
front.
just texted me.
Get no
and
smokes for
she
Shahzam.
just
There's
says,
nowhere that he
I
can
got out
hide.
of my
Just
last
has to
class.
fight
What's
this out
going
of the
on
back of
with
sight.
Sentinels?
Completely
That's
dry.
Hunter's girlfriend, by the way.
Reloads, 42 HP. Oh yeah, no, just this chip
And 2.
damage being done bit by bit. It's death by paper cut, Sully. 10-1, version 1. They chill out in that round. They wait out their
Who's
time
Hunter?
and they finally
Oh,
execute.
sick.
Yeah, that is immaculate
forgetting-
from version 1. When I do
calling
watch
him
their VODs, I realize that they like to just like cancel, cut noise, but that is like, that's next level cutting noise. To get
We got
3
this.
kills on a site that you know is completely open, it's just cut noise. Dude, that's not strategy, man. They're playing
just
with Sentinels
trading
with their
really well,
strategy, I
too.
guess. So
Do you know what I
V1,
mean?
Man, they're having a field day
Sick
here
as
on the
trash.
offense, and Sentinels are getting stomped
You're
every single
probably
corner they
iron.
turn. There's always some
So,
response from
you
V1.
shouldn't say that.
The scoreline being currently 10-1. We move into the last round of this half, and we could see 11-1 V1 on
Yeah,
Ascent.
they are
I
whiffing.
can't remember the last
I do
time
admit.
Sentinels were
But
at a deficit this horrendous.
everybody does have off games. Let's just warm up. We're okay.
I don't think Sentinels
got
have been
this.
down in this type of situation at all throughout Challengers.
It's been a minute.
I mean, we've seen a couple of set losses, but something like this, it's just, I don't know, it's just not a position that Sentinels is all too familiar with, but still, a lot of teams have to go through this. We've seen a couple of actually 13-0s throughout like later
Kyedae
brackets,
cannot
but
take criticism,
here we go.
bro.
It's gonna have
No.
to come down to the
How
process
is
of
it
even getting
criticism
on
on
site,
my
and
behalf?
Zelsis is doing a good job of just making his way
That
through,
makes no
potentially
sense.
clearing out
That's
that
hating.
util and clearing out site bit by
Criticism
bit.
is
Not only that, but he
maybe
makes his
saying
way on
something that
with the
could help
blaze
them
wall so he can heal
improve,
up. The rest of Sentinel slowly
shit
making their way on.
talking.
Yes. Okay, there we go. I was gonna say great entry work from Zelsis, but dapr is gonna trade Vanity. They lose their smokes, they lose their controller, and there's no util
They're
left here from the
insane.
side of V1 for this post plan.
All that information is taken though. Everyone on site, they've cleared out B main. They got that neural theft. TENZ is up close. He's looking for something cheeky. Could be able to dash on with that judge, but Zelsis still playing pivot. TENZ jumping in. Pulls up one in around the
Thank
corner.
God.
Trying to play green box with Zelsis, but he was in
Sick
too
as
tight of an
trash, yeah, dude.
angle.
Totally
A
criticism and
1v3
helpful.
for him at
It's
the
hot.
end. And finally, Sentinels. They heed our calls, Sully. 10-2.
Solid ending for Sentinels. TENZ waiting very patiently for his teammates to get that information so that he can make the jet
got this,
dash
guys.
and not be exposed from his
Yes,
backside.
we're sub mode right now.
Sentinels,
It
well,
got
it's
toxic all of a sudden.
Definitely not the best
But it's okay.
situation. They've made the best of a bad situation. In version
And
1,
thank you, Razor, for
with
the
an
sub.
immaculate lead, 8 rounds ahead of them, and now on their favorite side of Ascent. Defensively, they've 60% win rate, whereas on the attack, only 47. So
Thank you, Brenna.
there are the numbers for you. Folks, and Sentinels on their attacking side are definitely not in the favor either.
Butter. Oh my god.
Now, mind you, this is
Thank you for the sub.
what would be considered a little bit different of a version 1. This is a fairly consistent map that they've played, but this is one of their worst map sullies, period. Version 1 does not like to play Ascent all too much. They usually ban out Bind and or Ascent if they have the option. They only have a 57% win record in the last few months.
And that's what's super difficult,
70.
especially about
not looking too great, but we're
field.
heading right into the pistol round, and Sentinels need this round.
You get constant hate. Even if you do one game, like you play super well, and then all of a sudden you have an off game, everyone comes for you, and it just sucks. You know what I mean?
Called the KJ util, no one's lost any HP, and nobody here has shields. At least Penny does. But I mean, with the guns that Sentinels have,
you know,
having no shields here makes it very
you,
easy to mow them down, especially with that friend in the hands of TENZ, who was lurking in the backside. 4 players grouped up in the middle of sight with dapr with the lurk, about to engage here with Whippy.
Ooh, that was such a bad. Where did these
chilling on the mid side.
They're missing all the kills.
Whippy sells it. He gets one wayed by TENZ and immediately smacked across the face.
I think he loves it for the sub.
Penny. Waiting up for that aggression, still TENZ in the round. dapr, who was in the mid side, is here to farm. He ends up getting 3 Sentinels with a good start.
Perfect start as well. B1, maybe a little bit lackadaisical on that B side, kind of giving a huge opening to Sentinels.
I think you not J for this up as well.
Thankfully, Sentinels who needed that pistol, right? As cliche as it is.
But like, you guys know what I mean? I feel like
further along, 10-3.
I feel like
B1.
1 minute everyone could love you, and then the next minute they're like, oh my god, you're fucking horrible at this game, you're trash. Like, uninstall. And I'm just like, holy shit. This is brutal. Or when I see people backseat Tyson, it makes me laugh. Because at first I thought I had it bad, because I'm just bad at the game. But when people actually backseat Tyson, I just start laughing. I'm like, wow. I'm like, okay, never mind.
So you see Sick at least holding back on that pistol for him to be able to just pivot around.
Woo!
Version 1 with almost a full save.
And thank you,
Not a lot
Ivy,
of
for the
players
sub,
using
and thank
too
you,
much
Emperor
util in this round
well.
alone. Onto conservation methods, period.
And thank you, Keith,
Still,
for
Sentinels, the best way that they can hold on is just make this one clean. Try to get these frags as early as possible, as quickly as possible. But actually, no, ignore the early part. They can take all the time they want. They can take this all the way down to the last second of the round. They now play default. Version 1 getting antsy, getting very reactionary. They take on 1 contact over towards the A site, and they have almost completely rotated.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of have to in this situation when you're only on an eco. You need to.
But I understand why there is toxicity.
And you can see both zombs and TENZ kind of expecting a reaction and a push.
It's not just jealousy, but
TENZ is going to get his wish.
You know.
Bulldog, Sick is watching his rotations.
Ooh,
they listen, they hear, they see everybody, but they are still coming towards A. You've got plenty of time to rotate. 25 seconds, maybe not as much here, and Sick alone on this side. dappr's getting overwhelmed. Spike should be going down, and Zelsa has just left dapr alone.
Well, they still have 2 players over towards main. Still, that Nebula is going to take quite a while. That Cam not going to spot anyone. Sick, taking on some pressure, but the curveball ends up hitting onto Whippy. dapr, he cannot drop this Phantom. He simply cannot. Now it's in their favor. They can save this if they want. But from the corner, Effys picks up a Bulldog, picks up the Phantom. It's that quick switch. Now he's able to save this out. Sentinels.
No, he's throwing it away.
No, oh my God. Effys. Oh, brutal. Brutal scenes.
Huge loss for Sentinels to not only lose 3 players, but to lose your 2 biggest investments.
And Effys wants to die for the economy too. This is crazy. He could take down more. Sick around the corner. Okay, Effys. He was trying to clear green box angle, but okay. Damage has been restricted. Sick.
Yeah, he's throwing it out so they can't
he was feeling it. He was looking around, seeing if the Phantom was thrown away.
No, that's the same.
Indeed it was, but
I
on the
actually recently found out that you could do that.
Rifle
I remember
for
seeing a
version 1.
teammate
Sentinels, they still got a chance.
the opposition's op off the map, and I thought that was the smartest thing in the whole world.
Now you can see that dappr's like, dude, what do I even buy here? I was really banking on staying alive and keeping that Phantom, and this would have been like a very strong bonus for Sentinels, but no, V1, they read the stack, right? They make that gamble play, try and play those numbers. And Sentinels now, they're in a detrimental area where they must win this one to at least keep their economy alive. They've still got a couple leftover credits, but the majority are definitely feeling the pressure, and Sick in for an opening here. Second curveball will force Effys off the angle. Had he not gone down and loses a little bit of HP. 77, Sick takes a little bit of damage back.
Okay, he's gonna actually
Do you think
utilize
that
the
toxicity
hands
provides
a little
motivation
bit earlier than
to
anticipated.
improve to an extent?
Trying to conserve up
I'd
that blaze
say
wall,
so.
it seems.
I think you little
Just that decision alone is already a little bit rough.
No, when I get hate,
HP, but again,
I take that as
Sentinels
criticism
can
for the
pull this
most
one
part
back.
to improve, to try to get better.
A little bit null. There's still 2 players on site.
Certain
FB's
hate
trying to find a
is
recon
just
bolt. There's nobody here to help them.
not
It's
great,
just gonna
but-
have to come down to the 2 players on site. Sentinels inching away, just trying to clear every crevice on their way into the site, but there's still 2 in the back. 1 player is not making any contact at all. It's Whippy. Whippy has a lineup. Whippy's gonna be able to get 2. Dapr and Shazam, the last 2 remaining after the meat grinder in the back of sight ends up taking him down. Shazam with a big return though. 2 kills with that Spectre. Dapr in an off angle, gonna be able to get 1, but only 1. Shazam with only 40 HP. What can he pull off? Zelsis, it was tempting that stairs angle, but now he just wants to wait.
God.
And not only that, but he has to run it back. This thing should just be over, and there you go. Zelsis just wants to fight this early. Shazam gets the kill though. Vanity up, Shazam with the angle, but Vanity takes him down off the swing, 11-4.
And no matter what happened there, even if the run it back didn't get the
Have you been
kill,
at
it would have gotten the
Tofino?
info.
I have.
You're
Tofino is so
cornered in the
beautiful.
back site.
Tyson and I went there
That's
for
all they
our
needed to
1-year
know off of that
anniversary.
run it back, and well, Vanity's
It's
going
beautiful.
dummy right now with his.
We went to the
his
Wicked
gun.
Inish.
Letting
I don't
Sentinels
know
know,
if you
sending
know
them a message. V1
that
are
is.
definitely feeling it. That's
Just
a
a nice
huge
little
round to
result.
pick up because we
That
go
was
back to
huge
that
for
second
Whippy.
round where Sentinels were so heavily into it. They wanted to keep that a bonus. They wanted to keep both the rifles, the Bulldog and the Phantom. Losing 3 players and only being able to carry over 1. Now their economy, you can see the hit that it's taken. Only 3 rifles. And not even to mention, Sick is going to be going in with light shield, Zombs with a Sheriff, Dapr with full armor, but also just a Ghost. It's a huge, huge hit. And now we're in a situation where
Is there any
V1,
chance
you
that
win
you'll
this,
have a
you're on that
video
point, and
call
Sentinels
chit
got
chat
no
on your
credits to
Discord
buy to
just
try
like
and
what you
save
used
it
to
all.
do before with TENZ Discord? Oh yeah, where I would just video call randomly and get a ton of
Find a
people
little
to
bit more
talk
space
to
and a
me.
cheeky
for
early
no
frag, and
reason.
indeed he's going to be able to get one up right onto Celsius.
Yeah, I'll
Still
probably
that
do
nade
that.
back.
That was fun.
Takes down Sick.
I grew
Bit
up
of
on
a
the
tough
island and it's a
interaction
beautiful
going
place.
back and forth.
Yeah, it's so beautiful.
I didn't think that nade would actually hit, but player just stuck.
I live in Nanaimo.
Still unfortunate. Sentinels have
boring.
some pretty optimal positions, but it's the same thing with version 1. They've actually clamped down 3 on site. They've left B completely empty.
Yeah, they know that there is at least an opportunity to exit back towards
V1
B thanks to
is
Dapr's
playing
tripwire.
super
It is
smart.
such a long route, and to cross back through mid with no information, with no control is just, I think, too big of a risk here. Smoke will fade. That'll open up the avenue for FEs to just jump spot here. These 2 players, Penny sitting around this box, has only got 1 blast back if he wants to try and maneuver his way out, but he will be assisted by this turret. The turret will give him the info, and Whippy can swing immediately off of that. It's up to really Zombs to try and work his way, throw a couple of stars down, try and support his teammates, but it's utter silence. But that silence interrupted now by the turrets. They know when to swing, and Whippy cutting down Dapr. It's a 2v4 as they look to recover with 25 seconds.
That's a tough one. Still have the Nero theft.
It's true. V1 has had a lot of time to prep. I think we can adjust when we gain.
More for the early
yeah,
round
for sure.
mainly. So Penny sitting right into hell, and they don't anticipate this at all. He's just been waiting. Astral form from Zombs, putting up a star over in heaven. Shazam now the last one remaining, and there you go. Up close and personal, point blank range with the showstopper. Version 1, they're taking things slow. There's no dramatics whatsoever. It's 12-4. Version 1 are now 1 round away from taking away their map pick.
Only silver lining for Sentinels going into this round is, well, obviously they have no credits, and so what they've got is they've got the run it back, and they possibly can get TENZ's daggers online, but that is really about all you got here for this possible last round for
it's
Sentinels.
one map,
TENZ,
guys.
it is a must that he gets onto that orb. If he doesn't get on that orb and he's got no gun, now he's actually decided to pick up a Marshall in the event that he can't.
You guys are already talking like they're loot that they lost.
Utility to prevent TENZ, commit to a fight to prevent TENZ from getting onto that Blade Storm. Well, they've already thrown down a star on the A side, a couple down towards B. None have been activated, and TENZ is just scouring the map with this Marshall, looking for an opening. But V1, 2 players ain't got up towards mid, and with the superior guns, Penny's gonna net the first.
Yeah, it's just not a great start. Penny and Zelsis both combining on the mid side to get 2 frags. Sick. Plugged up by the Haw hands.
Would you ever play It Takes Two with Tyson? I've already started playing It Takes Two with Tyson.
Just a wait up. Wait up for this util to try to dissipate.
Oh my God.
That Marshall on the bottom of mid could have went big, but still, oh, the flash!
Nice try, nice
right
try.
in the face of Vanity, but he
Only
slaps
one map.
down sick, fully blind. 13-4. Version 1 have put on a clinic on Ascent.
Wow, dude.
Think your rest is
Version 1,
confidence.
that is a great Valorant coming out of Ascent. Great understanding
We
of
got
map control on the
this.
attacking side, pushing and pulling these
I should check
rotations,
on 100 Thieves?
cutting noise. It
Yes,
was a
I should.
masterclass on the attacking side, and Sentinels, they were nowhere near the grade level of V1.
Let's see.
It ambox down to those last moments,
Ooh,
like
good
we
job,
saw
100
C9 Blue
Thieves.
doing in their games, Challengers Week 2, Day 2.
Why is this
Those
quality so
games
shit?
really saw a bit of scatter from
There we go.
ambox, and I think that's what we're 100 Thieves is trying to get out of them right now.
We'll start soon.
Recognizing